There comes a moment in every seeker's life when they begin to question everything they know. Is the world around us real, or is it just an illusion? Are we truly free, or are we merely actors in a script written by forces beyond our control? These questions are not new. For thousands of years, sages and philosophers have pondered them, searching for the ultimate truth beyond the veil of illusion. And among all the paths to liberation, one stands out as the path of direct knowledge, the path of Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga, the path of wisdom, is not about rituals, devotion, or even selfless action. It is about piercing through the illusion of reality, stripping away false identities, and realizing the one eternal truth. It is the most challenging of all yogic paths because it demands not just faith, but absolute clarity. It is the pursuit of awakening, not in some distant future, but here and now. But what does it truly mean to awaken? And how can one break free from the dream of reality? Before we dive deep into this ancient wisdom, take a moment to reflect. If you seek truth beyond illusion, write in the comments, "I choose wisdom over illusion." And if this journey resonates with you, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Together, let us explore the highest path of knowledge. To understand Jnana Yoga, we must first understand the nature of illusion. In the ancient teachings of Vedanta, the world we experience is called Maya, a grand illusion that tricks us into believing that the physical world is the only reality. Maya is not simply deception. It is the very fabric of what we perceive. It is the reason we believe that we are separate individuals, distinct from the universe, when in truth, there is no separation. It is why we cling to temporary things, wealth, status, even our own identities, forgetting that all of it will eventually fade. The great sages tell us that we live as if in a dream. Just as a dream feels real while we are asleep, our waking life seems real only because we have not yet awakened. In the Mandukya Upanishad, it is said that human experience can be divided into 3 states: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep. But beyond all these, there is a 4th state, Turiya, pure awareness, the state of enlightenment. Jnana Yoga is the path that leads to this realization, the path that helps us awaken from the illusion of the self. But how do we awaken? How do we recognize the dream while still living within it? The answer lies in the practice of self-inquiry, a method taught by the great masters of Jnana Yoga. The core of this practice is a single profound question: who am I? This question, who am I, is not meant to be answered with words. It is not a riddle to be solved intellectually. It is a doorway, a tool that dissolves illusion and leads the seeker beyond false identities. Most people, when asked who they are, respond with their name, their occupation, or their relationships. But are you just a name? Are you just a role? If your name changed, if your job disappeared, if everything you identified with was taken away, would you cease to exist? The great sage Ramana Maharshi taught that self-inquiry is the most direct path to awakening. Instead of accepting the mind's assumptions, the seeker turns inward, relentlessly questioning the nature of the self. Every time a thought arises, I am this, I am that, the seeker asks, who is thinking this? Who perceives this? Who is aware of the thought? Through this practice, the layers of false identity begin to fall away, revealing that the I we have always identified with is nothing but a construct of the mind. This realization is profound, yet unsettling. The ego, the sense of being a separate self, does not want to be questioned. It clings to its identity, to its attachments, to its fears. It will resist, creating distractions, doubts, and even fear of losing itself. This is why Jnana Yoga is often called the most difficult path. It requires courage, the courage to face the possibility that everything we have believed about ourselves is false. But what happens when the illusion crumbles? What remains when the ego dissolves? The answer is simple yet profound. Pure awareness. This is the true self, beyond name, beyond form, beyond time. The Upanishads describe it as Sat Chit Ananda, pure being, pure consciousness, pure bliss. It is not something that can be attained because it has never been absent. It is our natural state, hidden only by illusion. To the one who realizes this truth, the world does not disappear. It simply loses its grip. Fear vanishes, for there is nothing to defend. Desire fades, for there is nothing to gain. The mind, once restless and filled with endless thoughts, becomes still, like a calm ocean reflecting the infinite sky. This is the state of Jnani, the one who has awakened. But how does this realization change life itself? What happens when one lives in the world, yet is no longer bound by it? This is where the true beauty of Jnana Yoga is revealed. For the awakened one, life continues, but everything is different. The world remains, but its hold on the mind is gone. Pleasure and pain come and go, but they do not disturb the one who sees beyond illusion. Success and failure arise and pass, but they leave no trace on the one who knows they are mere shadows on the screen of consciousness. This is not detachment in the sense of withdrawal. It is freedom in the deepest sense. A person established in Jnana Yoga moves through life like a dreamer who has become lucid. They interact with the world, but they do not mistake it for ultimate reality. They act, but their actions are free from attachment. They love, but their love is not based on need. Their presence is peaceful, their mind clear, their heart full. This is why the Bhagavad Gita describes the wise one as being like the ocean, unmoved by the rivers that flow into it, remaining full and complete within itself. But what does this mean for you? You do not have to renounce the world or retreat into the mountains to practice Jnana Yoga. The path is available to anyone who is willing to look beyond appearances. It begins with questioning, not the world, but the self. Every moment of awareness, every time you ask, "Who am I?" you take a step closer to awakening. The truth is, you are not the body. You are not the mind. You are not your thoughts, your memories, your fears, or your desires. You are the awareness in which all of these things arise and dissolve. The body will age, the mind will change. But that which is aware of these changes, that which watches, untouched, is eternal. This is the final realization of Jnana Yoga. There is no separate self to cling to. There is only pure, boundless consciousness. To awaken from the dream of reality is not to escape life, but to finally see it as it is, free, infinite, and full of light. If this wisdom resonates with you, write in the comments, "I choose wisdom over illusion." And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. Let us continue this journey together, seeking the truth that is beyond all illusion. The dream is fading. The awakening has begun.